Emily, commiserations. I know the players had a little chat amongst themselves after that game today. What was said?
Yeah, to be fair, we went straight in after the whistle. Manager spoke a lot, Hope spoke a lot, and as players now, we've been in this position before, a lot of us. We need to take ownership, and we need to be fair, we do a lot of talk, and we need to now start doing a lot of action.
It feels a bit like a year ago. Remember that reset after the Bristol City game when we were on a poor run? Do you get that sort of feeling again?
It's funny you say that, because all week, Hope, to be fair to Hope, she's been saying, you remember that feeling, we don't be in the same position, and I agree with you, it's a very similar position, but again, we kicked off and we need a reaction, and to be fair, I think the next game was Chelsea.
It was. And the next game after this one is Chelsea, but
yeah.
Before we think about that, what about the game today? It felt like it took us until they scored for us to really get going, particularly in an attacking sort of sense.
Yeah, I agree with you. We're going to watch the game back, but the biggest thing today was we want to keep the ball for longer. So at times I agree, we probably went back when we could have gone forward. And it's just in that final third as well. Can we complete, whether it's a cross, whether it's a through ball? We really lack that, and we are disappointed today.
You mentioned that, perhaps taking the safer option. Is that indicative of a side who perhaps lost a bit of confidence in recent weeks?
I know it looks that way in terms of like the results, but personally, as a player, it doesn't feel like, we don't want to go out there, we don't want to get on the ball. But again, we've got to look back at today, analyse it like we always do, and we need to kick on.
A couple of positives today. Emma Coolberg came in for a debut and looked very assured, didn't she?
She did in that full-back position as well, a natural position centre-half, but she's very, as you can see, she was very tidy on the ball, calm, finds a pass, so yeah, she's jumped straight in the deep end.
And finally, as a senior player in the squad, it's one of your responsibilities, your roles perhaps, to make sure that the young players don't get too disheartened. It's a disappointing run, but it can turn around, as we saw last season, with one good result, can't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think the experience comes into it, saying like we can see, like step out of what you're feeling right now, and you can see the changes that we can have, the reaction, and it is important now we regroup. And I think everybody, not just the older players, the younger players as well, take some ownership, and we move forward.